Animation. Iprc TV.
Lecture Animation. Background of the study. It's a part of the research that comes and being introduced in an introduction. So mainly there are some parts you should look where you are writing your books in an introduction part. So we are going to look more about the background, where we look on the introduction and the different formats that you may use while you are trying to collect your data in a background. So let's understand what the background is. So the background of the study, as I've already said, it's a part of the research that provided in introduction section of the paper. So as our last part it has shown that the introduction is a first part of the research, but the background is coming as the second part of our research, where it is going to show us many citations and some words that's spoken by others that can be used in writing or in collecting the data. So the background, it provides or it has an information that is based on analysis of the problem or proposed arguments. So while you are writing your book, there are some stages that you look while you reach in background. So let's look on the different stages of writing a background. So one, conduct a preliminary research. So while we are saying to conduct, it's just to collect. It's the same as to collect. So while we are collecting our data, you visit some internets and some books that wrote by others and some magazines that may help you to collect the data about the topic you want to write on it. So the next one, read and gather the informations. By reading and gathering the informations, there are some things or some skills you get that may really help you to write or to mention some highlights or some tips in writing your book. One, you should take a note and also keep an accurate tracks of sources and information you have used up to these points. So while you are reading different books or you are visiting some websites, you need to note or to take some notes that will help you in your background. That is what we are looking on. So, and in our background, after collecting or conducting, you read and note. The third, you develop research question or thesis statements. So while you are developing your research, so already you have a topic. So write out your position or opinion as the authorized statement. So while you are getting an endpoint or an idea, just write. After collecting, just write. That is what you call to develop. You develop the ideas and the opinion you've got from others. The next one, complete your research. By completing your research, use question so as to help you. For instance, you may take an examples of writing about the development of plants or the importance of plant on the human being. So what you do as a question, so you just ask your question, what will be the importance of the green plant or the old plants on the human being? That may be a question that you may ask yourself, or you may ask yourself, how does the plant will contribute to the peoples? So that is what you have to do in your background. You have to ask yourself or by using the questions. So the next one, work on structure. By working on a structure, create 5 different sections that have the key issues. So while you are working on the structure, create 5 different sections that you have key issues. So major findings and the controversy that are surrounding your research question or thesis, and also a section that provided evaluation and conclusion. So the next one, identify the further studies that needs to be done. So in identifying the further studies, so you try, because already in our point 2 I've said that, or I've shown that here in this stage we read and gather the informations that has already said by others, and you take it and note it. So in identifying the further studies, so you keep showing the studies that by or that has already done by others. So in this identifying the further studies, it comes as a part of background by showing some highlights that said by others, so as to help the readers to identifying where the topic or the aims that you have in writing your research. The next one, or the last one, proofread. So in proofread, you can ask someone to help you else, or to help you to go through it. So that was the last one, where you can ask even your friend, your lecturers, and some relatives else to help you to go through it, or to do more and more. So thank you for being with us. So I'm Lecture Edination. Let's meet on the next video.